Yes. Okay, I am off to Melksham today to see a dog that I'm expecting to be very large. He's a German Shepherd crossed with a Cane Corso, so sounds adorable. Looking forward to seeing what he looks like, whether he's more Shepherd or more Corso, but apparently he is very big. And issues are, so I'm expecting to get practically flattened when I walk in, because apparently he is very over friendly with people and loves everybody, and he's going to jump up and be very overexcited to see me. So that'll be fun. Apparently they normally put him in his crate when people arrive, but I like to get out of the habit of doing that, because it's much better to actually teach the dog some self-control than just avoid the issue by putting them in another room or putting them in a crate. It's helpful, but it's not actually resolving the issue, because the day you don't put them in another room or in the crate, they're still going to do the same unwanted behaviours. So I've asked them not to put him in his crate, which they were very, are you sure? Are you sure? So it's going to be interesting. I've been flattened by very large dogs before. I'm not worried, as long as they're not aggressive, which I know he isn't. Then it doesn't bother me at all, and it's helpful for me to see just, you know, how extreme his overexcitement is. And then obviously I need to teach them how to deal with that and get him the self-control to understand that when people come in, that's not how you behave, and that he'll get way more attention from those visitors for being calm and relaxed than he will for being crazy and jumping all over them. So yeah, so that's the first thing that we're going to see and that we're going to deal with. We've then got some crate training and separation anxiety issues in general as well. Apparently he's not good being left, and he can be a bit destructive, and yeah, it sounds like he's just a very high intensity dog, and obviously we just need to chill him out. I think all of his issues are to do with the fact that he's just getting wound up. There's possibly there will be, I'm sure, with his two breeds, a very high work drive, and I think there's definitely going to be an element of frustration. He is possibly not getting the mental stimulation that he needs and an outlet for that drive, so we're definitely going to be looking at that as well. And then out on his walks, he is dog reactive, which is why Logan's in the back, so that's going to be fun with the two extremes of sizes. But Logan's used to big dogs, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Until I see him, I'm not entirely sure whether his dog reactivity is due to overexcitement or due to nerves. So according to the owner, they do think he is a bit nervous around other dogs, but what I do know is that his recall is really, really good, even when there are other dogs around and distractions. And that tells me that if this is a lead issue only, that he is in good control off the lead, then again, that element of frustration I can see coming out, and it might be a combination of excitement but also nerves, because he knows that on the lead he can't run away if he does feel nervous about other dogs. Quite often these large breeds, especially the Corsos, because they're a guarding breed, they're Shepherds actually, you know, we got two guarding breeds sitting in there, and to make them really good at guarding, they have to be bred with an element of nervousness. Otherwise they wouldn't care less what was around and they wouldn't guard very well. So, you know, that in the breed, as well as how they're raised and generally DNA, how they're born, is going to cause a combination of conflicting emotions quite often. So this is clearly a naturally very friendly, excitable dog, but he's got these guarding instincts, which means he'll have this nervousness in there, and you've got this clash of excitement and fear, which when he's then on a lead and he knows he can't run, that's where you get this frustrated reactivity coming in. So we'll have a good look at that. As I said, that's why Logan's in the back, so I can see what he's going to be like when he meets another dog, teach him how to calm him down. And because we already know he's great off the lead, that saves me a little bit of time, because we can focus on all the other things and we don't need to focus on recall. They've obviously been working really hard on that. But I also think that because he's clearly a clingy dog that wants to be with them, that will be why his recall's so good as well. You know, dogs that have separation anxiety and don't like to be far from their owners generally do have good recall, because they don't want to go away from their owners when they're out either. So yeah, so we might find that as his confidence grows, which is really important, we need his confidence to grow, that then could create a few more problems with the recall. So yeah, it's why everything's always a big combination. Oh, the other thing as well that I just remembered is when he sees people on a walk, he wants to jump up at them. Again, this over friendly, over excitement, bless him. He does sound like a very sweet dog, but yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of work on self-control and just chilling him out in general, lowering his levels. And yeah, I think he's going to be great. You know, they're both very intelligent breeds in there, and he's still young, so I think he's going to pick all this up real quick. Anyway, I am looking forward to meeting this big guy, and I will take a video. I'll try and take a video when I first walk in, but if he is really extreme with the jumping, I might end up dropping the phone. So we will see what happens, and I will I'll try and take some good vids, and I'll get back to you after. Right, he's already barking. There we go. And he's at the window. You can see him, he's very dark. Let's see if he gets worse when I ring the bell. He's just barking at the window. Hiya.
Don't worry about your shoes or anything, it's fine.
Wow, he is a big boy. He is a big boy. Okay. No. Just ignore him. I want to see what he does. And he's not as bad as I was expecting. More sniffing than jumping. Oh, we got quite big. That's all right. That's all right. We're going to do a before and after, you see. So once I've got him sorted and stopped him doing this, we take him. Right, let's see how it goes this time. Well, he wasn't barking up at the window, which is good. Wow.
Hi, please ignore the dog.
That's amazing. So at this point, that's it. Pick the lead up. Just block with your body rather than kick. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well done. That's amazing. What a difference. Walking nicely now. Does this feel easier than usual?
This is much better than usual.
Excellent. He's looking great, and he's focused. He's looking at you. Beautiful. Good. No, exactly, because he's listening. Right, your turn. That's perfect. Come on, Yavin. Good. Good. That's excellent. Good boy. Don't forget, if you're going to turn, let go with your left hand. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. You see how he's following you now? This is lovely. Yes. Good boy. Love him. This must feel nicer.
Yeah, because I haven't been able to walk for a good year.
Wow. This is beautiful. Good man. Look at him straight away coming with you. Right. We need to. Good. We're going to put the pressure. Let's walk. Beautiful. Good. Right. Stop. So, let go. As soon as he looks at you, mark it. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Well done, mate. So what we're doing here is we're letting him make his own decision to not hyperfixate on Logan, but to look at you instead and chill out about Logan. Yeah? and he is getting gradually calmer and calmer, which is fantastic. Past. Lovely. Well done, Logan.
I think it's because we're his owners, so of course he feels like he needs to protect more, perhaps. I think.
Yeah, and also you're stressed. That's what it is. Bring him back. This time I just want you to stop. Just ask him to sit.
Sit.
Beautiful. Right, I want you to position yourself between him and Logan. Just with your body, that's it, lovely. Ask him to sit again. No, you don't need to face him. Turn around. That's it. And then I want you to give Logan a treat.
Yeah. I have a crumb in here for him. Yeah, that'll do. It's just...
That's it.
Sit.
Sit. Ask him to sit. Position again. Now, what I personally would have done at that point, instead of using the lead, I know why you did, is I would have body blocked. That's why I want you to stand in between.
Yes.
All right? So you hold him a minute. Okay, guys. Well, that was a lovely session. I don't know what's going on with my car. It's not letting me... Oh, there we go. Wasn't letting me move the gear stick. Right. Yeah, really good session. Very big, gorgeous, soppy dog. Oh, really loved him. Lovely big Oreo. So, yeah, as you saw, he did jump like a mad thing when I went in. He was so excited, bless him. But did actually calm down pretty quickly, which is great. So once he got that initial excitement out of the way, yeah, he did chill out pretty quickly. And he was just, he's just so sweet. He's a really, really sweet boy. Am I going down here? I can't even remember. So yeah, and then we had a good old chat about the crate and the separation anxiety. I could see the barking issue at the window with people going past. So we had and he's actually very correctable. He does really listen when he's told. He's just a big wuss bag, to be honest with you. To be honest, he's a real sweet dog. I really enjoyed working him. He's adorable. His reactivity with other dogs outside, quite extreme, but we made some really good progress. Definitely way too strong for using a slip lead, which is what they had previously been using, and they were just kind of hanging on tight, and it was winding him up even more, because obviously he's then just fighting against all that restraint and just ending up exploding. So absolutely can't be doing that. And also poor Emma just hadn't been able to walk him at all because he was just far too strong for her. So she said she hadn't walked him in like over a year. So we switched to a prong collar, which he just conditioned to really quickly and easily. He's a very intelligent dog, and we had Emma walking him real quick on a nice slack lead. He still has this tendency to want to push and be ahead, but that'll train out of him once he's out of the habit, because I think he was just so in the habit of being at the end of a tight lead, and now he's going to learn he doesn't need to do that anymore, and the lead's going to be slack, and he'll learn quick. That just needs a bit of training. But what I did notice when he's out, he's just very hyper vigilant, so he's just on alert. He's on really high alert, looking around for anything that might worry him. It kind of like me in a room that I know's got 7 spiders in, and I'd be on high alert going, where are they, Jesus? So he's doing that, which we absolutely don't want, because it means the moment he does see something that worries him, he's exploding, which is what's happening when he sees another dog at the moment. So we did quite a bit of work, obviously with Logan, getting him being able to just hang out at a distance from him, because he is reacting really at quite a distance. He doesn't have to be close before he kicks off. So we did some distance work. We practiced getting closer, walking past. We actually got him within 2 or 3 feet away from Logan by the end, and he was doing really, really well, staying nice and chill, we still had a few reactions when he was seeing other dogs. What I was very much noticing is with me holding the lead, he was a lot better. The moment I gave the lead to one of the owners, because they are so used to having to hold tight, that's their autopilot reaction when they see a dog. And of course, Oreo's just picking up off that instantly, and it's making him a million times worse. So with me staying really calm, you know, just using gentle pressure correction or just turning around, blocking, all of that working beautifully. But as soon as his owners are in that autopilot of taking up all the slack, he's just exploding, because he's just getting really frustrated. So they know they've got to get out of that habit, and that's going to be, I think, the biggest part of their work outside, is to get out of this ingrained habit of hanging on tight, which in fairness to them is something they've been told to do by another trainer, which, you know, I think if they hadn't ever been told to do that, he probably wouldn't be as bad as he is, because it's been making the whole thing 10 times worse, because he's just constantly fighting that restraint and getting more and more frustrated. So yeah, they'll get out of that. It's practice and getting used to the idea that they don't need to do that he's not going to get off the lead, he's not gonna charge, they have got full control, they can just turn around, they can use their body weight, they don't need to use physical strength at all. I mean, that's a 48 kilo beast. You're never going to win on physical strength unless you're a world champion bodybuilder. I mean, there's just no way. I think even that would be hard. But yeah, you can't use strength with a breed like that. You have to use technique and skill and confidence, and it's all up here, really. You have to have that self-belief, and you have to be calm and strict and controlled and structured and stick to everything and not get yourself in a pickle, which is really hard to do. Absolutely really hard to do when you've got a big powerful dog kicking off. Really hard to do. But you know, I'm only 5'3". I'm not exactly the healthiest and physically strong person on the planet, and I was having no problems controlling him. So it can be done. It can always be done, and his owners are definitely going to get there. They're really committed to this lovely boy, and can tell they love him to bits, and they just want the best for him. So I think he's going to be great. Now, because they can only do Saturdays, we're having to give it 3 weeks, which is a bit more than I like in between sessions, but we don't have an option because I'm already booked up the next 2 Saturdays, and they can only do Saturdays. So yeah, so it'll be 3 weeks before I see them again, but they've got an awful lot to do between now and then. So I reckon, she says hopefully, and no pressure, I reckon he'll be a million times better by the next time I see him. But obviously they're going to keep in touch, and I'll be able to help them as much as possible in between times if they need to talk to me. So it's all good, and I can't wait to see him again and see how much he's improved, because yeah, I've got high hopes for this big boy. He's a sweetheart underneath it all.